Good morning, sneak peekers. There's a theme going on. I seem to always do these videos after I work out, so I look like a hot mess. But that's okay, whatever. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little more about how you can be successful with your Beachbody business by using social media. So, I don't know if you have noticed, but there are a lot of businesses, home businesses out there that people have been using social media with, right? You have makeup businesses, you have other fitness businesses, or kind of like fitness businesses, or face wash stuff, or wrinkle cream, or whatever it is. There's something out there, cleaning products, or something out there for everyone, right? Um, and I'm sure that you have been either turned on or turned off by someone in this business. And so, someone that you might be turned on to is someone that is actively posting about other things in their lives besides their business. Because who wants to post about work all the time, right? And then there are the people that might turn you off to an at-home business, and those would be the people that are only posting about their business all the time. Join my team, make all this money, look what I did, everything else. It's always in your face advertisement type posts. So what we teach in our training through Beachbody is not to post like that. We want to be the first person. We want to be the person that turns people on to our business. And so it's super easy for you to do that. You just be you. There's a lot of coaches, and I know that some of you are like, oh my gosh, the market is saturated. There's not room for me. And that's just not true. There's room for absolutely every single person to be successful in this business if you are consistent in this business. And I say that because there is only one you. So there's no one else out there that would do what you are doing with your business, because there's no one else out there that's exactly like you. You're going to attract a certain amount of people that I would not attract. My person, like the person that I would most likely attract, is someone that's been working on their health and fitness goals for a while, still is pushing hard to get to that goal weight, is a stay-at-home mom, maybe has a couple of kids. That's going to be the person that I normally attract. My husband is probably going to attract someone who is working on their health and fitness goals and trying to bulk up, because my husband went from being like 160 pounds skinny tall guy to being like 185 pound muscular tall guy. Someone who is super in shape that becomes a Beachbody coach. Those people are going to attract someone who maybe wants to do a bikini competition, who is really looking to put on some muscle, and that kind of thing. Not that myself can't, my person can't also encourage that person to be a bikini competitor or whatever the case is, but it just might not necessarily attract that person from the get-go. Sure, once you get to know me and you understand that I'm an experienced coach and whatever else, then we would work well together. But from the get-go, it might not necessarily be like that, and that's totally fine. We are each going to attract our own people. That's why we can't necessarily do exactly the same thing every single day, because what I do and what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. And that's okay too. We can still spin it in our own personality and go from there. So one of the things that I really like to focus on is the 80-20 rule, and I do that with my nutrition as well as my Beachbody business. And so basically what that means is that 80% of the time on my Facebook, I am posting funny things that my kid says. I'm posting about television because I love watching TV. I'm posting about reading books because I love books. I'm posting something that's going to add value to someone else's life. So a video that I made that helps with meal prep, or a new recipe that I just tried that I think that would be really beneficial to other people. Those kind of things. So 80% of my feed is that. My kids, my family, my husband, my life. 20% of my feed is going to be about Beachbody. And that's inviting to my challenge groups, inviting to my sneak peeks, talking about Shakeology, making a video about my challenge groups and how well they're doing, or posting a transformation video, or posting a video about my workouts. I usually try to post a video about my workouts daily just because that's part of the being a product of the product. You need to make sure that you're always doing your workouts. And so you need to continue to show people that you're doing those workouts because that ends up inspiring people to want to join you. So that is the outline that I would use when I'm teaching you how to be a Beachbody coach. I don't want you to go into your Beachbody coach or your Facebook page and then just all of a sudden turn everyone off because you're like, hey guys, I signed up as a Beachbody coach. Here's my Shakeology. Here's my workouts. Here's all the food that I'm eating in a day. How about you guys join me? Who wants to join me? Why haven't you joined me yet? What are you doing? Hi, hey, hi. And sending all these messages out and turning people off to the business because that's not what we're about. We are Beachbody coaches, yes, but we are also people. I am Rachel. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 boys. I have baseball practice and karate to take my kids to. My husband and I like to watch television. We like to go to the movies. We like to hang out. I talk about those kind of things on Facebook. Yes, we are coaches, but we don't just put that out there all the time. We sprinkle it in a little bit so that it continues to remind people that we are in fact coaches, and that if they want to learn from us or if they're inspired by us, and they're welcome to reach out. Sure, we send messages out occasionally, especially if someone has liked a lot of my fitness related posts. I'll send them a message and be like, hey girl, I saw that you were liking some of my fitness related posts, so thank you so much for supporting my business. I just didn't know if maybe you might want to learn a little more about what Beachbody is, or have you thought about doing a challenge group with me or something like that. It's going to be way more involved in that, but that's just throwing that out there. Anyway, so in our training, we're going to start talking about how to be you and a Beachbody coach at the same time, because we don't want you to just make people roll their eyes when they look at your page. We want people to be inspired by what you do, because that's why you're here, right? You were inspired by one of the coaches in this team and wanted to learn more about what we do. So in our training, we would start with what they called the memory jogger, and that's kind of just writing down people that you think might be interested in joining you on your fitness journey or in your accountability groups, or maybe even joining you as a coach. And of course, that is going to start with your warm market. So those are going to start with the friends and family that you talk to on the daily. And the reason that is because those people are friends with you. They already trust your opinion about what things are or how things work in your business. So they it's not like you don't have to worry about building this whole relationship with that person. You already have a relationship with them. So for instance, my best friend, she watched me for a little while. She is super active already, but just really wanted to slim down and tone up for her wedding, which is coming up soon. And so she we got to talking, and she told me how proud she was of me, of the weight that I've been losing and stuff like that. And she wanted to join me. It's not always that easy. And sometimes it takes a few times to reach out and be like, hey, have you thought about joining my accountability group and before they say yes. And that's fine too, because they are constantly watching you. It's just like if someone were to be like, hey, I joined this thing and I'm going to lose 50 pounds in 3 weeks. And who wants to join me? Well, people are probably going to be super interested, because who doesn't want to lose 50 pounds in 3 weeks, even though that's not possible. So they'd be like, okay, what is this? But there's going to be some skeptics, and they're going to be like, well, I'm going to sit back and watch and see if they lose this 50 pounds in 3 weeks and see where that goes. Well, then 3 weeks comes around, and if you're not being a product of the product, or this person isn't doing what they are supposed to be doing to lose this 50 pounds in 3 weeks, then they are not building that trust with their friends and family. Whereas while we continue to be products of the product, we are going to be building trust with our family. And I'll tell you, it was, I started doing Insanity when we first started Beachbody coaching. And it was a good month and a half before people really started coming around and wanting to know what it was I was doing. And that's because they were watching me. They wanted to make sure that I wasn't just going to start this crazy hard workout program, be in it for 2 minutes, and then leave. So once I got really good results from Insanity, that's when they were like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anybody finish Insanity. This is amazing. Can you tell me more about it? Or that kind of stuff, because they wanted to see that I was really serious. So your number one goal in this business is to be a product of the product. That means drinking your Shakeology every day. That means doing your workouts every day, because people are watching you from a distance, out of nowhere. They will reach out to you later at some point in time. Somebody that you didn't even think might be paying attention to what you're doing will reach out and be like, hey, I've been watching that you've been doing, put your workout here, and drinking that shake that you have. Can you just tell me more about it? Because I've noticed that you're really slimming down in your face and your arms are looking really good. And I've been trying to do something at the gym and it's not been working. So can you tell me more about that? And that's just by sprinkling in that Beachbody stuff every once in a while, continuing to be you on your social media page and being a product of the product. That's the 100%, that's the formula for Beachbody. Being a product of the product, posting about it occasionally on social media, and being you, because you are going to attract people that are like you. And that means that you work well with those people. So if you guys have any questions about social media, I would love to hear what they are, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Tomorrow we are going to talk about how we make money as Beachbody coaches, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are interested in. So I can't wait to share my journey with you tomorrow about that. Until then, please comment below, and I will talk to you guys later.